Is that fine? So till last session, you all had done the three methods of equating the coefficients. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, yeah. So now we will be doing with one more method, a new method. Now, before I begin, let me just keep you informed. Now, students, we have done with Maths 2 portion of the first chapter. We have completed Maths 2 chapter 1 similarity. Correct? We have done that chapter
Yes.
completely with all the theorems, with all the sums. Now, what you have to do on a Saturday, I will post a material with few more sums. Okay, so whatever sums were remaining, you have to solve, and then I will post the answers to those Maths 2 sums. So you can just check whether your answers are right. Is that okay? Now that was with Maths 2. Now next week, next coming week, what we will do is we will only study Maths 1, because Maths 2 we are done with the first chapter. So we will be doing with Maths 2, Maths 1. Maths 2 we have done with the first chapter. So we will be doing with Maths 1 now. Is that understood? So whenever I send a link, I will put up there that you have to get your Maths 1 books and sit for the class. Have you understood, or you all are still confused?
No, ma'am. Understood.
Understood. Because see, we have done with Maths to first chapter, and you don't have to go somewhere else and get the book. You all are there in the house, your books are there with you, maybe in your study table somewhere in the drawer. You just have to take those books and sit for the class. Is that understood? Okay, so let's begin with Maths 1. And to begin with, we will start with the first topic of what is Cramer's rule. Now, before we begin with Cramer's rule, we need to know what is a determinant, because a determinant is the base for Cramer's rule. Fine? Okay, so let's see the presentation first. And the third we did was a graphical method. Now we are going to do one more method, and that is called by Cramer's rule, that we are going to solve the equation. But before we begin with Cramer's rule, you need to revise with what we have done earlier. We have taken two variables. The first was substitution method. The second was equating the coefficient method. And the third we did was a graphical method. Now we are going to do one more method, and that is called by Cramer's rule, that we are going to solve the
Sanjana,
equation. But
is
before
it
we
Yes,
audible?
begin
ma'am.
with Cramer's rule, you need to know
The
one
voice is coming
important part
slow.
about it. That is about determinants. Okay, students. Now I spoke
No,
to you
miss, it
about
is clearly
determinant. Now
audible.
what exactly is determinant? If we take any four numbers, if I take number as A, B, C and D, and these four numbers I write like this. And very importantly, I draw two lines on the either side. That means I have written this number as A, B, C, D in two columns, two rows. Right? This way of representation of numbers is known as determinant of order 2. Okay, students, don't get confused with these two lines, because in your class 9, you have studied when you write something like this and you write a number in that, then you call it as absolute value. So do not get confused with this. This is totally a different concept called as determinant. Now, students, suppose you have to find the value of this determinant. Then what you got to do? If you have to find, if you need to find value of this determinant A, B, C, D, then there is a way to solve it, and that is you have to multiply A by D and B by C. So the formula or the way to solve it is AD minus BC. This is how you're going to solve to get the value of this determinant. Okay. Now, for everything we need to give a name. So for determinant also we need to give it a name. You can give it any capital letter, you can have it as capital A or capital D, you can give it as any letter, and that's how you solve to find the value of, or the way to solve it is AD minus BC. This is how you're going to solve to get the value of this determinant. Okay, now for everything we need to give a name. So for determinant also we need to give it a name. You can give it any capital letter, you can have it as capital A or capital D, you can give it as any letter, and that's how you solve to find the value of determinant. Okay. So determinant represents a number which is AD minus BC. So AD minus BC is the value of the determinant. Now students, if we have to see what exactly we have to do is with regards to determinant will be, suppose here is our, we have to know what is a determinant. Okay. So what I will do is I have a simple question for you. First, the question is like this. Here I have 4, 3, 1 and minus 1. So what we have to do? We have to cross multiply. So what first, in the example I showed you, if there is A, B, C and D, what we need to do? Who will tell me what we have to do? A into D, and the next one will be
B into C minus
very
D.
good. B
C into B.
C into C.
minus B into C. Okay. So if we have to do A into D, so here we have A, this is our A into D minus.
Minus 3 into
3 into 1.
So what will be 4 into minus 1?
minus 4.
Minus 4.
It will be minus 4. Minus, this minus will be here as it is. 3 into 1,
3.
3. So minus 4 minus 3 will give us minus 7. So the
Minus
value of this determinant is minus 7. Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
everyone has understood this question?
Yes.
Okay. Now I will give you one question. The question, I'm giving you a question now. Please, you need to solve. So take your book. Have you written today's date? Okay. The question is 7, 3, 5, 9. A simple one. And this is the determinant P. Okay, there are many who have raised hand. Very good. Students, one more question. For all those who have finished with the first one. Okay. Now Chaitanya was the first person to raise his hand. Chaitanya, can you give me the answer for P for this determinant?
Answer for P is
Even
equal
the
to
steps also
what?
written.
P is equal to A into D
Okay,
minus
so
B into C is equal to 7 into 9 minus 3 into 5 is equal to 63 minus 15 is equal to 48.
everyone has got this as the answer.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes,
Very
ma'am.
good. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now the next will be Prathamesh.
Yes.
Okay, so it's your turn now. Come on, give me the answer.
Means A into B, A into
Hmm.
D is equals
Hmm.
to B
Hmm.
into C is equal to
Okay.
7 into 9 minus 3 into 5 is equals to 63 minus 15 is equals to 48.
Babu, are you here in the
Yes,
class?
ma'am.
Can you see we finished the question? Chaitanya gave us the answer. We all wrote the
Yes.
answer and everybody said yes, they got that as the answer. So there is
Uh,
one more question, which is question
o-
number 2 there.
okay, okay.
Okay, okay. Chalo, tell me.
Means A into D is equals to
Hmm.
B into C
Hmm.
is equals to 5 into 1 minus uh,
5
minus 2
into 1
into
minus
minus 2 into
minus 2
minus
into.
3
Okay.
is equals to
Hmm.
5 minus minus 3 6
Minus 6 I'll put.
no
Okay.
6 minus 6 yes
Minus 6 I'll put.
no minus
Okay, I
6
put. Okay, I put. Then
then 11
11 bus, barabar. Okay.
yes
Okay, now I will tell you there is something which has gone wrong. Let's see what is that has gone wrong. Okay, we'll just check. Hmm? So it will be here, it will be 5 into 1 minus of minus 2 into minus 3. That will give us 5 minus. When you're multiplying inside the bracket, minus into minus will make it plus. 5, 2 threes are 6. Okay, fine. Because see, remember, minus into minus is equal to plus. Plus into plus is equal to plus. Plus into minus is equal to minus. Again, the next important, minus minus is equal to plus, sign of greater number. Plus plus is equal to plus, sign of greater number. Minus plus is equal to minus, sign of greater number. Will you remember this, students? So when it is minus and it is a multiplication, then it is plus. So it will become 5 minus 6. Now why minus? Because minus, this bracket means multiplication. Minus into plus will become minus. So the answer will be minus 1 and not 11. Have you understood? Prathamesh, is your doubt clear now? Okay. Have you now copy down this question answer if you have not got it right. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Solve quickly. Yes, Yashashri, will you help me in giving the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
5 minus 5 into 4 and 3 into 8.
So I'll put this as a bracket minus 3 into 8. So the
9
answer will
into
be
8. Minus 20
hmm,
and 32.
just plus
Sorry,
32 or
20.
minus
24.
30? 24. Now what is minus and minus?
Yes.
What is minus and minus?
Plus.
So
Plus.
plus 30, 44 you will write, or you will write minus 44. Which answer is correct?
84.
Huh? Which answer is correct? Plus 44 or minus 44?
Plus 44.
Minus 40.
Plus 44.
Minus 44.
Minus
See,
44.
Plus
listen,
44.
listen for all those who have an idea of having it as answer as plus 44. It is wrong, because minus and minus is plus. So you are going to add both. Go to this point here. Minus and minus is plus. So when you are adding, you are getting 44. No doubt. You are getting it as 44. But when you are getting it as 44, then you have to see for sign of the greater number. Which is the greater number? 20 or 24?
24.
24.
And 24 sign is what?
Minus.
Minus.
So 24 has its sign as minus. So the answer is minus 44. Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, now we have solved 3 questions. Now these 3 are for you to solve. You can just write down the question and solve, and then check for the answer. Now students, here it is 5 into 9, 3 into 7. So 5 9s are 45, 3 7s are 21. This minus will come here. So 45 minus 21 is 24, sign of the greater number, which is positive. Minus 8 into 4, minus 3 into 2. So minus 32, minus of minus 6. Now look here. Look here. Minus and minus is plus. So minus 32 plus 6 will give you minus 26. Now, all those who are writing, please may you stop writing for a minute. Okay. Now see here students, 2 root 3 into 3 root 3. This way comes in one bracket, minus 9 into 2. Now 2 into 3 is what students?
6.
6. And root 3 into root 3, when you multiply root 3
3.
into root 3,
3.
it is root of 9, and root of 9 is 3. Or when you take root 3 into root 3, means it is actually root 3 the whole square. Square and root are both opposites, so your final answer is 3. So here it is into 3 minus 9 twos 18. So it is 18 minus 18, which is equal to 0. Have you understood this sum?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very, very good. So now we move on to the next. Now students, there is something called as determinants or Cramer's rule. Okay. Before that, before we do up with this, I'll give you one question. Okay. Shall I give you one question? Please
Yes,
write it
ma'am.
down.
Yes, ma'am.
Start writing the question. The question is 5, 3, 5, 3 minus 7, 0. Have you copied this question?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Huh. Now you will solve this, and after this you will write this in the book. Determinant method or Cramer's rule. Yes.
Ma'am, 5 3 then what you tell?
The question is there, beta, on the screen.
Ma'am, I got the answer.
Okay. Now please can you write this important note in the book? This is regarding the Cramer's rule.
Done, ma'am.
Ma'am, I got the answer.
Okay.
I have written.
Okay, now the determinant method or Cramer's rule, we have to do this. Now, since we have learned what is determinant method, now there was in Gabriel Cramer, who was a Swiss mathematician. He was born in Geneva and he was very well versed in mathematics. So he was the one who introduced this method to us. Okay, and this is the Cramer's rule that he introduced. Now, how do we solve Cramer's rule? Is we will understand it with the help of an equation. Now, we are dealing with Cramer's rule. Okay, now all of you pay attention here. Do not write anything. There is an equation 5x plus 3y is equal to minus 11. There is another equation 2x plus 4y is equal to minus 10. Now first we have to compare the equation. Okay, first we have to compare the equation with ax. So what we will do is comparing equation with ax plus by is equal to c. But students, remember that this will be a1, b1, c1. Now because we have two equations, this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. So we will have a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2. So what we will do is a1 is equal to 5, b1 is equal to 3, c1 is equal to minus 11. Similarly, we will take for equation 2, where we will have a2 is equal to 2, b2 is equal to 4 and c2 is equal to, what will be c2?
Minus 10.
Minus 10.
Ekdam barabar. C2 is equal to minus 10. Very good. Now, we have got this part. Now, you remember students, we had learned to get determinant value. We had learned how to find the determinants. So what we will do is, to find the determinant, we have A1, B1. Okay, here we have A1, B1, and below that, here, what we will have? A2, B2.
B2.
Okay, so D is A1, B1, A2, B2. Fine? Okay. Now, there is one more thing that you have to remember, and that is D of X, and you have to find D of Y. Now, this is A1, A2, B1, B2. Earlier, we had studied about two elements, 2 rows and 2 columns. You remember we had studied like this, A, B, C, D. Now, there is
Yes.
nothing as A, B, C, D. Instead, what we will have is, we will have A1, A2, B1, B2. What is A1? The coefficient
Five.
of the first equation, X. For the first equation, the coefficient of X. B1 is the coefficient of Y. C1 is the constant. Now here we will write, in place of A1, what do we write? 5,
5,
then
3,
3, 2, 4.
4.
So how do we calculate? 5 into 4 minus 3 into 2. 20 minus 6. What is the answer for 20 minus 6?
14. 14.
14.
Very good.
14.
14. Now here you have again to write the determinants. But students, what I have written here, x. So when I have written here x, we will not take the x value. Instead of taking the x, we will write the constant value. Means here we will not write the coefficient of x. Instead of writing the coefficients of x, what we will do is we will write the coefficients of, or we will write the constant. Have you understood this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here we will write minus 11 and here we will write minus 10. So then again, what we will write here, the coefficients of y as it is, b1, b2, which will be 3 and 4. Now how will we calculate?
Minus 11 into 4 minus minus 10 into 4
Hmm?
minus sorry 3 into minus 10.
Into minus 10.
Okay, Chaitanya, गाई में मिस्टेक मत करो बेटा. It is minus 11 into 4 and 3 into minus 10. We got to multiply a into this one, a1 into, or the c1 into b2 and these two. Okay, now this will become minus 44 minus, now tell me this, come on, minus this
Minus
here,
30.
here and
Minus
this, yes, and after that,
Minus 44 plus 30.
very good. So then final answer,
14. Minus 14.
14 or minus 14 or what?
Minus 14.
Minus 14. Okay,
Minus 14.
students, see, when we are writing 40, no, we are writing F-O-R-T-Y, and when we are writing 14, we are writing F-O-U-R-T-E-E-N. So this is 4 and this is 4. So when we say it is 40 and this is whatever, sometimes in a hurry we say 14. Don't say that, no? Huh? Okay, chalo, let's move on to the next one. Now Sanjana, chalo, tell me for dy. Now dy, what we will do is this a1, a2 will be as it is. So it will be 5 and 2. But in y's coefficient place, what we will write?
C1, C2. Minus 11 and minus 10.
The
Ekdam
constant.
barabar. Very good. So what we will write here? Minus 11
Minus
and
11
minus
minus 10.
10. Now let's calculate the determinant value. So what we will do? 5 into
5
minus
into
10
minus 10
minus,
into minus 11.
okay, we can write it as minus 11 into 2. So it will be minus 50 minus 22. So minus 50 minus 22 minus 50. This minus and minus will become
Plus 22.
very good. So then next one,
Minus 28.
minus 20.
Minus 8.
Minus 28.
Minus 20. Okay. Now we have got the answers till here. But our main aim is to find the value of x and y. Correct? We don't want to find the value of dx, dy and all. So to find the value of x and y, what we will do, x is equal to dx upon d and y is equal to dy upon d. So what is dx value, students, that we got?
Minus 14. Minus 14.
Minus 14.
So x value will be,
Minus 1.
very good, dy is minus 28 upon
Upon
14.
minus 14.
So,
I'll take the minus 2.
-2.
very good. So, we have got the answer now.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Now, I'm giving you one question. Please take down the question, students. I'll write down the question for you. I'm writing here the question. Please switch off your mic, mute your mics, please, students. Have you seen the question? Okay. Now I'm just giving you a hint here. The first equation is as it is. 7x plus 3y is equal to 15. It is as it is. The second equation you have to change. You have to make it as minus 5x
5x plus 2y
plus
equals
12y is equal to 39. Shall we discuss the answer, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, quickly, all are going to tell me the steps. Now, don't waste much of your time. Since you all have finished, let's quickly discuss the answers. Have you written comparing? Please don't forget to write that, comparing the equations with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Sorry, is equal to c. Compare the equation.
5. A1 is equals to 5.
1 minute. Okay, let's. Is it the first equation?
Sorry, A1 is equals to 7.
This is our equation, no? The one with purple there up.
Yes.
Yes, A1 is equal to 7. Raise your hand for all those who want to answer so that I can quickly ask.
3 is equal to 3y.
Aksh, wait. P1 is equal to 3 or 3y.
3.
C1 is equal to
15.
Okay. Then A2 is equal to
-5.
C. B2 is equal to
12.
C2 is equal to.
39.
Okay. Then next, who will answer the next question? Next one. How to
Ma'am,
write D?
ma'am,
Yes.
39.
Sorry. Okay. D. Yes. Sisodia.
Yes, ma'am. A1 upon A2, A1, A2, B1,
Uh,
B2,
okay. So it will be
A1,
7
A2,
minus 5,
plus
3
5,
and 12.
8, and
Okay. Directly
12.
give me the answer. 7 into
7
12.
into 12 minus 3 into minus 5
Huh?
is equals to 84 plus 15.
Okay. Then answer. Is it right? Or is it 99? Or is it 108?
99.
98.
So to do so much time pass while you're doing
50.
fatapat. So what is the answer?
99
99.
plus
99.
96.
Sure?
50.
Yes,
One
ma'am,
less for
99.
100? Okay. Chalo. Next. Dx. Here what we will write. Yes. Abhijit.
15, 39,
Abhijit.
Fif- 15
15.
15 on 39 into uh, 3 on 5 minus 5.
Babu, here is B value, right? So 3 and 12 we will write.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
sorry.
Okay, fine. For dy, how will you write now? Abhijit, you are going to tell me for dy again.
dy 7 on minus 5,
Okay.
15 on 39.
Okay, so you have understood. Okay. So what is the final answer for this?
Am I
Final
audible?
answer for dx. Are you getting the answer as uh, 15 into 12 minus 3 into 39 is equal to 180 minus 117. Therefore, are you getting dx as 63?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So here it is 7 into 39 minus 15 into minus 5. So this 7 into 39 is 273 minus of minus 75 is equal to 273 plus 75. You're getting the answer as 348, students.
yes,
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we need to get the final answer. So to get the final answer, let me calculate it here. X is equal to dx upon d.
upon D.
So that will be 63 upon 99, which is 7 upon 11.
Ma'am, 99 upon 63.
No, 63 upon 99.
Dx upon d, na? See the previous
Yes, yes,
slide, we have
yes.
x is equal to dx upon d, y is equal to dy upon d. So our dx is 63.
Yes, ma'am.
Y is equal to dy upon d, which is 348 upon 99. Again, 3 ones 3, 3 ones 3. Again, your remainder is 1, so it will go in 3 table. Okay, so this will be 3 ones 3, 3 ones 3, 3 6 are 18, and 3 33s are. So your x value is 7 upon 11, y value is 116 upon 33. Okay, students, you may leave the class if you have understood this sum.
Bye, ma'am.
And those who want
Ma'am,
to copy it down, you can just copy it down.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
bye ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye ma'am.
Anyone is writing still?